All right, hello everybody. I don't even know where I'm looking right now because this is so exciting. I'm with Honey Induced Skin, Chrissy, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. But we are doing a Skype chat today, so take it over, Chrissy. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I don't know where I'm supposed to look. This is literally my very first Skype video. Chrissy, Honey and D Skin on IG, you guys. Thanks.
Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, so this is both, we're both virgins with the Skype video. So this is interesting because I'm looking at myself and looking at her, and then we're also trying to record this to put it up on YouTube. So hopefully this will be awesome because it opens up a whole can of worms too with other people that we could do videos with and talk about and add people in. So I hope it works. Fingers crossed. But with that being said, let's get right into it and let's get right into skin talks. But Chrissy, mainly and most excitingly, you are very new, but a new aesthetics student in school to become an esthetician. So tell me all about that, how it's going, if you've found things that like you thought you are surprised by, or things that you are completely like, I already know that, let's move on. Because of course, being a major part of the skincare community, you obviously probably have like a big jump on a lot of people. So I would love to hear your...
Yeah, so I'm on week 2. Actually, week 2 just finished up. I am absolutely enamored with school. Like, I love it. The biggest thing for me, which I wasn't expecting, was the whole every day we get facials with one another. My skin, I don't know if you guys can tell. I mean, I'm breaking out. I have rosacea, sensitivity. It's one of the big downfalls, but, you know, I'm learning a lot of what not to do as well as what to do, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. Things that I think that I'm ahead of the class with is definitely some of the product knowledge. We're just basically going with the small stuff right now, but I feel like I'm like, all right, let's keep rolling. I can definitely jump ahead a couple chapters, you know. But it's all interesting, and I'm loving the learning process of it. So yeah,
Yay, so exciting. You bring up such a good point though, because it references not only things in aesthetic school, but things in product junkies' life and overuse of product and misuse of product, and it's something I always talk about, but something that's real and something I'm going to get into personally as well. But it's interesting. I never thought anything about that. I jumped into school head first, and then was like, oh, they're like rubbing my face again. Oh, we're doing acids again. Oh, they're rubbing my face. Oh, now we're going to extract. Okay, we're just going to keep going. All right. And how I actually met, and I don't know if I've talked about this, but I want to get this in because it was a major like light bulb for me, which is sort of a no-brainer now. But Kate Somerville had just came out with her book, which, if you have not read that book, Going Through Aesthetic School, it's Complexion Perfection. You can get it on Amazon. It's like, I read it in 2 days, and I'm not a quick reader, so it's that type of book.
Thank you.
And she was coming to Nordstrom, Seattle, which was a 10-minute walk from our school on a Saturday when we were in school, and I said I would buy the class the books if we could go to her signing, because I knew it was like we had to figure out the hours that we were, you know, training and whatever. They let us do it, and I met Kate, and we each got a little individual like one-on-one with Kate to talk about skin. And she said, so I'm going to put you on a routine right now that is just for your skin while you're in school. It was so simple, but of course I had not thought about it. I was brand new in school, and I was like, oh, right, duh. Like, you know, so she wasn't recommending her exfoliate intensive. It was exfoliate gentle, and it was once a week, not twice a week. And goat milk cream, which I wouldn't use now, but yeah, at the time, so it was really interesting, and that was my light bulb moment of, oh, right, we should, A, be using different things at different times. And, I mean, of course now, saying this to the skincare community or other people, we all know that, but it was really like, oh yeah, duh, I've been using the same exact thing that I did beforehand, which I loved and worked, but my skin was irritated and rashy and broken out and all those things that you were talking about. So, it's just a very interesting thing, but yeah, I'm interested to follow your journey, and
Oh,
now
there's
have
lovely
you got
things gonna
into,
get
right? It's just, I know. And it's wonderful because the thing is, you need to have you need to have somebody doing it on you, so then you can be like, oh, the way that felt was weird, or that way that felt was excellent, and then you know to like indulge a little bit more with the client or like pull back. Now, are you, not that people are going to be interested in this, but are you currently waxing or doing makeup?
No, the waxing thing for me makes my skin crawl just a little bit.
Same.
I mean, every time my instructor brings it up, she's like, waxing, that'll be in level 2. We're still level 1. I literally, my face, she can see it. She goes, it's not going to be for everyone. She looks directly at me, and I'm like, not for me. Definitely not for me. Makeup comes later as well. So, I mean, it's literally, we're going through exfoliants right now, and then microdermabrasion's coming up, and I'm so scared.
Just have them use, like, something that'd be good is to use I was actually afraid of microderm. We did it a little bit, and I had them do it on, like, my forehead in school. I was like, don't touch my cheeks, because that's not sensitive. But another person who changed my mind with microderm was Joanna Vargas, did it to me in a facial, and she used it on literally almost 0 suction. Like, she had it on the lowest possible suction, and my skin responded so awesome to it. Like, a really, really gentle, what is the word, like grit? Is like the diamond tip. And then you can tell I don't use it in my practice anymore. I used to. I'm like rusty on the terms. But she used such a low suction that my skin just like was awesome with it. However, you can have experiences where the suction is really high. It breaks blood vessels. It does all these things that, of course, you don't want to do. So yeah, just have them do it on like your elbow or something. That is actually a good. You could have them start on your body. I mean, if you.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, can you do my back?
Seriously.
It's one thing you had Joanna Vargas doing yours. I'm having students that have never even like heard of toner, have never exfoliated the skin. Like I am, and I have, kid you not, like I'm a little scared. Yeah, some of them have a little bit of a death grip when they massage, and I'm just a little afraid what they might do with the, I love my classmates. They're all awesome women. I'm in love with all of them, really. They're sweethearts.
That's
but
awesome.
I am scared. Just a little scared.
But I think that's good. And of course the teacher will be in a good place to say like, start with the low suction, start with all those things, and I'm sure they will. But it's actually nice on the body because the body obviously is like usually a hardier skin.
I like that word, hardier.
Hardier, right? Like hardier. So that's actually really interesting. But yes, the waxing thing is not for everybody. It was not for me. I was a perfectionist at it enough to just get by in school. And then the first spa I had to work in, or that I wanted to work in, it was the spa I wanted to work in. But anytime I got waxing on the books, I said to the girls, I was like, do you guys want to take this and like trade me for a facial? And they were like, sure. Which I thank God for that, because then I basically, out of school, did very little waxing. I was into brows. I liked doing brows.
That I could handle. It's the body.
But it's just so interesting because it really is, for as advanced as everything is, it's such a barbaric thing of like putting hot wax on your body and like ripping it off to get the hair out.
I've never done it myself. Huh? No, I've never, ever done it anywhere. So I'm just,
And some people like love it. There were people in my class who went in being like, I'm here for like skincare. I don't want to wax. And then they loved waxing and now have become strictly waxers. So I can't imagine coming from your background that will be you, but you might enjoy it more than you think.
Never say never.
Exactly,
never.
Right? Exactly. So for you now, so this sort of will transition into the next thing, which would be things like, where do you see yourself in sort of the aesthetics world outside of school? And it's very early on for you too, so I understand that I'm asking the question.
I have a couple ideas. I would love to be more on the medical side, being in a dermatologist's office, perhaps, and be their in-house esthetician. It would make it easier for me because clients would be kind of handed to you, kind of the basic 9 to 5, vacation time, all that, the benefits. That was one avenue I was looking into. Since we don't in California have medical aesthetics, that was something I was kind of interested in, but not an option, obviously. So, and then I think I'm going to have to start maybe in a spa or something just to get, learn. I have to learn. After school, I have to learn. that's going to be so pertinent to it. So yeah, I'll get your advice on that too. Like
Of course.
what you think I should be possibly looking into, because I have externship hours that I definitely have to do and fulfill. So yeah.
Again, not to keep bringing Kate up, but she was somebody who said to me, sort of knowing what I wanted to go into, which was something, you know, I sort of had a mix of like, I really like the hands-on, I really like massage, what it does for the skin, but then I also bring in LED and microcurrent and oxygen and all these other things that sort of vibe more of a dermatology background, not medical necessarily, but more obviously advanced treatments. And the one thing she said was go to a spa that's going to be busy, because getting those numbers in and touching as many faces as you possibly can is going to pay like tons, because you're going to have all the experience, you're going to handle tons of different skin types, and you'll be not forced to learn, you will already know, but adapt to each client. And when you're going through 6 facials a day and really looking at different skin types and having to change it up and change up product, it might not be ideal where you sort of start, but it's again part of the learning process and getting to exactly where you want to be.
Stepping in, I hope so, at least.
Something that I always, because just before we started with you guys, Chrissy and I were chatting about how it's so nice in the skincare community now, how people are stepping out and deciding like, hey, I really like this. I want to go into aesthetics. I want to go into dermatology. I want to go into chemistry. And it's amazing. And I think it's really cool now that the community is really sort of branching out and getting that hands-on. And it's fine if you're not. You can obviously just be a fan of and enjoy and read and research and do all of those things. So I'm not to say that that's not a good thing. But I just think it's really, really cool for now our community to be literally hands-on with skin and skincare and ingredients and products, and I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. But so one thing that I wanted to do today, and you're sort of going to be the model, the Jordan Samuel model, and I was going to do it with Chrissy, and I'll do it eventually, but sort of going back to what you were talking about in the beginning, this past summer, so I'm constantly trialing new products, whether they are my own line from my chemist and new things that we're working on, or things that even, she will send me things that I have not requested, and she's like, this ingredient's amazing, I put it in this vase, do you think it like has a place, like what do you think? So I'm trialing that, I'm trialing things I've requested, on top of using my own products, on top of using products from other lines, just to see what's out there, what people are liking, why they're liking it, and to see how it reacts. And so my skin this summer was, I could tell like the barrier was sort of shot, which I was like, no big deal, I know how to handle it, and I did. At the same time, I added in a newer SPF for me, which is a hybrid physical and chemical, and I've never been amazing with full chemical sunscreens, but I've been fine with physical chemical hybrids. Anyway, I started to get this and it was just this patch like here of like red bumpy skin. Not crazy, nothing where I was like needed to cover it up, nothing where I needed to extract it, but it was like, okay, it's not going away. Okay, it's not going away. Like, and I kept doing things that what I knew what I would do to a client to make it go away. Turns out I had contact dermatitis.
Oh.
Probably a mix from barrier breakdown meets like an ingredient that was not great for my skin. Maybe not awful, maybe not a full-on allergy, but having that barrier breakdown, then putting a chemical SPF on my skin just went berserk. Then I went on a steroid cream for that area. It went away. I was so excited. 3 days after getting off of it, it came back like a vengeance.
I've heard that happening.
So, yes, it was like it suppressed it, and then I was like, great, we're good. And also, they didn't want me on it for a long time. So then, I'm trying to ride the wave, and it's going away slowly but surely.
I don't see it. That's good.
Yes, thank God. It's getting much better. It's like, now it's basically flat, and just like some little bit of like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, but it's for the most part gone, thank God. And it was weird. It was literally just like here. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. It was just here. Which, just an interesting thing to point out, It was when I was in Palm Desert in June when it was 120 degrees, and I had SPF, of course, on and constantly layered. But I also had a hat, which you can probably see in pictures on it. Excuse me, Instagram. But the hat was tilted this way, so where the hat was really like pressing into the skin and essentially like baking the product into the skin was right where I got the contact dermatitis. So it was a very like clear learning lesson for me once I realized what it was and what had gone on with it and what had happened. So anyway, so Chrissy's, that was a very long, Chrissy's going to be the model.
Oh, yes. So I am.
Yes, take it away.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this angle correct, you guys. So, since my skin has been a bit sensitized, I have been really loving. Let me show you at least with the cat on so you guys can see. I don't know where I'm aiming at.
It looks great to me.
Right?
It looks great to me.
I'm such a noob when it comes to this. Okay. Hands are clean. That's like what I've learned first and foremost in school.
I was going to say, you probably spent hours. Yeah.
So dry hands, dry face, guys. That's what I've been doing. Am I facing the camera?
Yeah, it's perfect. You're totally in the camera. You can see the products. I can see myself in the reflection.
Oh, that's right. The mirror's behind me.
It's
that's
perfect.
Right. Because I have lash extensions, I haven't been rubbing any eye area. I haven't been wearing eye makeup actually at all. Because I'm very low maintenance when it comes to makeup or any of that stuff. So for me, yeah. And then with this, I don't want to do the full massage that I normally do, but I do a facial massage. And then because, let me use actually this one. Dun, dun, dun.
Yay.
I apologize, it's a little dingy because someone decided to wash his black socks with mine. And I was like, are you kidding me? And they were stuck to the side of the plush Terry side, of course. I was like, yeah, anyhow.
That happens at our household too, and it's usually my fault. And one will sneak into the wall. I know. One just like sneaks into like the wrong load, and then I know.
Yeah, I was not very happy, especially since it was the first time I was using them. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But lightly warm, not cold, not hot, because my skin is sensitive, it's gonna get red. But it feels amazing when it's lightly warm.
Yes.
Pressing.
Yeah, that's. And so what you brought up is great too to mention. So the reason I created, so many people are not confused, but they want to know the difference between the treatment cleanser and the balm cleanser. Now they both are called Aftershow because they both are oil-based makeup removing cleansers. And I wanted to create a cleanser that had no citrus extracts and no fruit acids. So again, in your instance,
perfect.
Barrier's broken down, skin is sensitive, you need something that's going to sort of, cleanse the skin gently but thoroughly, really remove the makeup, not strip, and then pairing it with having a little bit of an emulsifier in there so you can pair it with something like a microfiber cloth where a really easy wipe where you're not going in and scratching the skin will just take it off easily. And you're glowing and not red.
I know. Can you see my skin?
Yes, beautiful.
Amazing. And there's nothing else on my face, guys, as you can clearly see.
Love it. Love it.
I have to put Hydrate on. I mean,
yes, of course.
You see, I just got this bottle and it's already almost half gone. I've been living off of this.
I know, really. And so that's, part of creating these products are to be daily staples and things that can be worn. Obviously, I'm presenting my story, which is active skincare, being in the ballet, and I feel like the thing is we're all active anymore, whether we're walking down the street, walking our dogs, going for a jog, running around, picking up kids, trying to do a quick routine. You need these daily staples that are going to do the job, do it quickly, and not break the bank and just have it be taken care of. And I feel like Hydrate is the perfect example of that. It
is.
Plumps and hydrates and gives you a beautiful glow, and yes.
Ta-da!
Yay, look at that. I love it. And the thing is, that's, a favorite, unless you're in like an extremely, extremely dry climate, a routine like that is something I recommend for a lot of sensitized skin, sensitive skin, dehydrated skin. and normal to oily combination skin. You're not over lubricating. You're giving your skin antioxidants and vitamins and hyaluronic acid, and it's 5% hyaluronic acid, so it's like there's a lot in there. And you didn't strip with the cleansing. The microfiber provides light exfoliation, but not aggressive exfoliation. And if people are ever worried about dry environments and having something like a hyaluronic acid serum on, but they don't want to put an occlusive on, something you can do is you can do that at night and sleep with a little humidifier next to your bed. And it's awesome because then it keeps the air in the room moist, which is going to come back into the skin. But then the hyaluronic acid is not going to be, nothing's pulling from each other. They're all going to work synergistically.
Humidifier at night.
Yes. And it's humidifier at night is... My husband and I last night were just watching... we've gone through a lot of humidifiers, some that I've hated, some that I've loved. But we were watching Sleepless in Seattle, of all things, last night. And there's a humidifier at one point in the scene on Meg Ryan's, not husband, fiance, before she gets with Tom Hanks, bedside. And it's like the most beautiful humidifier, which, of course, was in like 1990. I don't find it anymore, so I was really annoyed about that. Anyway.
Now I need to watch that movie again.
I digress. Yes.
I'm going to look for it.
No, it's really like, it was so good, and it was, anyway, that's that. Another thing, too, which when you get it, you will love it, especially now, is the Performance Cream. So Performance Cream is fragrance-free, essential oil-free, has chamomile extract, so it is soothing. It has sodium hyaluronate, so obviously salt form of hyaluronic acid, getting water in the skin. Green tea water. The emulsifier system of this includes jojoba esters and sunflower seed wax, so it's a barrier repair as well, but really, really light. Squalene is the only oil in here, which it's not really an oil, but oil. And then 3% peptides. And the peptides I chose are all really great water binders. Again, it's about barrier repair and healing and soothing, and you'll get the plumping effect that you get and the glow with peptides, but it's really about barrier repair. You can mix it with a little bit of the A12 with retinol, the A12 regular, the Hydrate, and create your own perfect little... But this will be perfect for you as you go through the craziness of schooling.
Yes.
Because have you started doing like crazy peels yet?
No. That comes actually next week. We're doing peels.
Okay.
I'm literally like at the edge of my seat every time she's like, and we're adding this to the facial this week. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I'll be able to do maybe my forehead. I don't know.
And I do think, I mean, granted, each school's going to be different, but I do remember in our school, we started with like just one place or just one half or something, and it helped so much. I mean, it was a little weird because one half was like either irritated or beautiful and glowing, and one side was like, but it helps. It helps. But I'm going to keep recommending that Kate Somerville book to you because it's broken down very easily. She hates microdermabrasion. So she talks about everything from her hate of microdermabrasion to lasers and peels and antioxidants and ingredients and peptides and retinols and everything. And it's, it's Kate Somerville, Complexion Perfection. It's awesome. Yeah, I actually have, it's funny, so I go through and I feel like you will be this type of person too. In our storage unit, I have like my skincare books, and one is Kate's book. Well, there's a ton, but the main ones are Kate's book and my aesthetic textbooks. And I'll randomly pick them up again and reread a chapter. Because when you start going through things on a day-to-day basis, you forget, and you don't necessarily need to know the veins and arteries in the face, but it's good just for everything else to sort of refresh on it and make sure, like, you're realizing what muscles here, what muscles there, what connects to here, especially if you're doing a massage movement and really making sure it's... So I think you'll be the type of person who, like, continues to go through it. It's a really great, like, refresher. I love it. But with that being said, of course, we're talking skincare now and products, but I always like to talk about because there's so many wonderful products out there. It's not like, yes, I have my own line. Yes, I love and recommend my own line. But I use it in conjunction with many other products, and I've obviously done many other videos with wonderful skincare brand owners. So for you, do you have a... I mean, I know, because I have 2 skincare products from other brands sitting here, plus fragrances. So you can pick more than one if you want, but because I know it's hard. Maybe you could do one like for right now when your skin's being super sensitized, and then one that you like sort of normally, maybe.
Right now, everything is about calming my skin, being gentle to my skin, loving my skin, hydrating my skin. That's why your line has been saving my skin, honestly. Let me see. I try to clean up my bathroom because I wasn't quite sure the ink of everything, so everything is kind of missing.
Oh, okay. That's really nice.
So I am a fan of Darphin, their INTRAL line is lovely. It's also, Avene, their thermal water.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't live without it.
Yeah.
Like, I have it at my school bag, which is where it is currently, the jumbo size, the mini sizes. I have to have it all the time. It's amazing. And blot it off. I don't leave it on my skin. Yeah. That's another thing that drives me nuts. People are just spraying it and just letting it just sit there. And
I know.
Yeah. What I also love normally when my skin is great, I do love the cult favorites, of course. I do my acid exfoliators. I do. Another great one that is a little bit more gentle is the January Lapse one with lactic acid, which I do enjoy as well. That's something I kind of tend to use during the daytime. And then serum/oil, because this is all oil. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Vintners.
Yeah, of course.
And then I have to grab my girl. This is Amy's line, the chemist I was telling you about. Yeah. This one's a great one, the Clarifying Glow Serum.
Yeah, everybody loves that. Yeah. I need to get some of that. Amy, I'm going to get some of that.
Yeah, we're going to have to tag you in this. You need to try this out. So.
Now, for the P50, which one do you use? Do you use 1970 or not?
No 1970 for me. Yes. The normal one, the tingle's lovely, but it's too much for my skin.
Yeah.
I'm prone to being red, unfortunately, so it stays longer than it's supposed to. I have this one is the sensitive skin one. I think it's W, is it?
Oh, yeah, W. Yes.
W. And then I also have the pigment one, and I just use it where I have my hyperpigmentation. Forehead and the cheek area. I don't tend to go on my chin just because in that area is where it gets really red and inflamed. It easily gets that way. I can use the other one, though, just not the pigment.
I've never tried the pigment one. What do you like the pigment one?
I do like that one. Yeah. It doesn't have that tingle like the 1970, and it has the least amount of that kind of, what's that fragrance you would call it?
Battery acid?
Vinegary almost,
yeah,
you know?
I call it battery acid, but yes.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah.
It's probably the least offensive smell. If people are very sensitive to that kind of smell, I've had a few friends go, that is not going on my face.
That's good to know, because the smell also lingers.
It does.
It's a product that stays on, so it's you can smell it.
You can. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I can understand why you're not going to use that one.
And I know some people love it, but yeah, no, it's a pungent aroma.
It is.
Okay, so I brought 2 things, both of which I think one is no surprise for sure, but Lindstrom, the Blue Cocoon. I don't use it every day. I use it once in a while. I know, and then I just have to smell it because it's so amazing.
That's me. I think the big one, but I found with the big ones I can never get through it. The first one I had, I dispensed amongst my friends as best Yeah, I didn't want it to go bad.
But I love it. I don't do it every night again, but a little bit on where that contact dermatitis was. Once it started to settle down, now that it's just sort of red and little, not even irritated anymore. This has been lovely, with Hydrate especially, which there's that video of May and I mixing the 2 together.
I saw that. The chimes?
Yes, I know. People really did not like those chimes, but we wanted to do it outside. I understand. We'll do another one. And then another one I have is Control Corrective. I'm going to get their name right. The Balancing Thermogel Mask. It's a hydrating gel mask that's like no BS, and I love it because it's no essential oils, no fragrance. It's just like major drink of water. That was a little backwards.
Look into that.
The ingredients, deionized water, aloe, sodium PCA, chamomile extract, panthenol, allantoin, sodium hyaluronate, vitamin E. It's just a really nice cooling gel. There's no acids, irritants. It's great. And again, super, super helpful right now with the little patchy thing going on. And then because I'm annoying and I feel like I haven't done a Jordan Samuel Skin Talks in a while, and this is fun, and people have been like asking me about the Joe Loves paintbrush fragrance. They're so amazing. This is my husband's, and so he actually wears the white rose and lemon leaves because it smells so sexy. It's like has this really great, the lemon like citrus note. It's yummy. I know this is not skincare, but you guys have been asking about it, so we're going to talk about that. This is the Pomelo, which I wear and alternate with my green, orange, and coriander. It's just so good. But it's super. So what you do is, I don't know if you can see this. So there's the paintbrush, and then what you do is you click up, and this gel comes out, which we'll see if we can. I mean, this is like Apple technology. Like, now I don't know if you can see it a little bit. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And then you just literally paint it on. And so her idea behind it was where you're painting it on, you're sort of slicing and drying the notes in different places. So it smells a little bit different than spraying a fragrance on and just having it sit and dry. This is drying it in different places. And you can mix and layer. You can paint it on your clothing, paint it on a yoga mat. Perfect to travel with. And somebody was asking, it was Beauty in the Mountains. Is that her? That's her.
Beauty in the Mountains, yeah.
Okay. It lasts as long as a spray fragrance, just without that initial, with a spray like eau de toilette or eau de cologne, you get sort of a cloud. I hate to say that because I love the cloud, so I'm not knocking the cloud. I love the cloud. But it, you don't have that sort of like pungent following, but in terms of on the skin, it's the same exact strength as it is with a spray fragrance. So it's awesome. But I just wanted to get that out there because Joe Loves, and it's on Sephora.com now. And it's going to be in Sephora stores in like 2 weeks. So people can go and pick it up. And yeah, I know, I'm so excited. But this has been so fabulous. I'm so excited that you are this is our first Skype thing. I was a little curious about it. I hope the recording of it went well. I hope it sounds well because this has been amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm looking at myself and Chrissy and you, so sorry.
I'm so confused where I'm looking. So if I'm cross-eyed, it's just because I have no idea where I'm looking.
We apologize for our faces. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Thank you for the lovely demo. Your skin looks beautiful. And please be in touch with any questions or concerns about anything, but specifically aesthetic school. And thank you again. And I hope you had fun, and I hope you guys had fun. And have a good day, and you have a wonderful day too, Chrissy, and enjoy your 3rd week of aesthetic school.
Yes.
Woo, good luck with the peels. Bye.
Bye.